Walk into Costco in January 2026 and you'll see them. Mountains of TVS stacked on pallets, price tags slashed, salespeople hovering, and shoppers circling like sharks. A 75-inch Samsung for $699. A Sony Bravia for $1,800. An LG OLED for under $1,000. The deals look incredible. But here's what Costco isn't telling you. Some of these TVS are absolute steals that'll make you feel like you robbed the place. And some are traps disguised as deals, budget panels with fancy names that'll have you back in the return line within 90 days. The difference between walking out with the best TV you've ever owned and walking out with expensive regret comes down to knowing which models are actually good. Before we break down every single Costco TV deal worth your money and the ones you need to run from, hit that subscribe button and drop a like. And comment right now telling me, which TV are you using at home and are you eyeing those Costco deals wondering if it's time to upgrade? Let me know, because today we're walking through Costco's TV aisles, separating the legendary deals from the expensive mistakes, and showing you exactly which TVS deserve your hard-earned money in 2026. Let's start with why Costco is different from every other place you can buy a TV. First, the 90-day return window. That's 3 full months to live with your TV, test it in your actual room, watch your actual content, and decide if it's right for you. Best Buy gives you 15 days, Amazon gives you 30, Costco gives you 90. That alone is massive because TV shopping is one of those things where you don't really know if you made the right choice until you've lived with it for weeks. The TV that looked amazing in the store under fluorescent lights might look washed out in your sunny living room. The panel that seemed perfect might develop issues after a month. So if a TV comes with a 1-year warranty, Costco makes it 2 years automatically. No extra charge, no fine print. That's peace of mind you don't get at other retailers. And if you use a Costco Visa card, you get another 2 years on top of that. Costco will bring the TV into your house, unbox it, set it up, and take away your old TV. For large screens like 75-inch or 85-inch models, that service is worth hundreds of dollars. Trying to get a massive TV up a flight of stairs by yourself is a nightmare. Costco handles it. And fourth, executive members get 2% cash back on purchases. If you're buying a $2,000 TV, that's $40 back in your pocket. It's not life-changing, but it's something, and it adds up over time. But here's the catch. Costco often sells exclusive models. These are TVS with slightly different model numbers than what you'll find at Best Buy or Amazon. The specs might be similar, but the exact model is Costco only. Why does this matter? Because it makes price comparison harder. You can't just Google the model number and see if you're getting a good deal. You have to dig into the specs, read reviews, and figure out if the Costco version is actually worth it. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not, and that's where people get tricked. The premium deals that are actually worth it. Let's start at the top with premium TVs, because if you've got the budget and you want the best picture quality Costco has to offer, there are a few models that are absolutely worth the money. The Sony Bravia Mini LED series is one of them. Sony doesn't play around with image processing. They take the same panels other brands use and make them look better through superior motion handling, color accuracy, and upscaling. If you watch a lot of sports, if you stream lower quality content, if you care about smooth motion, Sony is the best in the business. In January 2026, Costco has been running deals on 65-inch Sony Bravia Mini LED models with 120Hz refresh rates for under $2,000. That's a strong deal. These TVS normally retail for $2,500 or more. You're getting flagship performance with the best motion processing in the industry. The colors are natural, not oversaturated. The blacks are deep without being OLED. And the upscaling makes even 1080p content look sharp. If you've got the budget, this is one of the safest premium buys at Costco. Then there's LG OLED. The B5 and C5 series have been showing up at Costco for around $999 for a 65-inch model. That's incredible value for OLED. You're getting perfect blacks, infinite contrast, and stunning color accuracy. OLED is still the king for darkroom viewing. If you have a dedicated home theater, if you watch a lot of movies, if you care about cinematic picture quality, OLED is unbeatable. The B5 is LG's entry-level OLED, which means it's not as bright as the C5 or G5, but it's still OLED. The picture quality is gorgeous. The catch is brightness. If your room has a lot of natural light, if you watch TV during the day, OLED struggles. It can't compete with the brightness of mini LED in those conditions. But if brightness isn't a concern, a 65-inch LG OLED for under $1,000 is one of the best deals in the entire TV market. For gamers, the Samsung S90FQD OLED is showing up at Costco for around $2,000 for a 65-inch model. QD OLED combines the perfect blacks of OLED with the vibrant, oversaturated colors of quantum dot technology. It's not as color accurate as Sony or LG, but it's punchy and exciting. If you play a lot of video games, if you want high refresh rates and low input lag, if you care about variable refresh rate and HDMI 2.1, the S90F is a beast. It's one of the best gaming TVs you can buy, and at $2,000, it's competitive with other premium options. The only downside is Samsung's interface, which some people find clunky, and their refusal to support Dolby Vision. But for pure gaming performance, it's hard to beat. The budget deals that punch above their weight. Now let's talk about budget TVs, because this is where Costco really shines. You can walk out with a massive screen that performs way better than its price tag suggests. The TCL6 series and QM8 are legendary in the budget space. These are mini LED TVs with hundreds of dimming zones, insane brightness, and 144 Hz refresh rates. At Costco, you can find 65-inch models under $700 and 75-inch models under $800. That's absurd value. These TVs compete with models that cost twice as much. The brightness is crushing, which makes them perfect for bright rooms, sports, and HDR content. The contrast is deep enough to satisfy most viewers, and the gaming performance is excellent with low input lag and high refresh rates. But here's the thing about TCL. Panel variance is real. Some people get perfect panels, some people get panels with uniformity issues or dead pixels. That's the panel lottery. But here's why buying from Costco matters. If you get a bad panel, you have 90 days to return it. No questions asked, so the risk is minimal. Buy the TCL, test it for a few weeks, and if you're not happy, take it back. That return policy turns the TCL from a gamble into a safe bet. Hisense U75 is another budget standout. For around $700 for a 75-inch model, you're getting bold colors, solid motion handling, and brightness that beats entry-level LCDs from bigger brands. Hisense has been improving their quality control, and the U75 is proof. It's not perfect. The software can be sluggish. The viewing angles aren't great. But for the price, it's hard to complain. If you want a big screen for sports, casual viewing, or a secondary TV, the Hisense U75 is a no-brainer at Costco's pricing. The models you should avoid. Now let's talk about the traps. The TVs that look like deals but will make you regret the purchase within weeks. Bottom-tier Samsung Crystal UHD models are everywhere at Costco. You'll see them with aggressive price cuts, big screens, and the Samsung name. But these are not good TVs. The picture quality is washed out, the contrast is terrible, the motion handling is choppy, the blacks look gray. These are edge-lit LED panels with no local dimming, which means the entire screen lights up at once. You can't get deep blacks. You can't get good HDR. And while the Samsung name makes them seem trustworthy, these budget models are built to hit a price point, not to deliver quality. If you're gonna buy a budget TV, buy TCL or Hisense. Don't waste money on a cheap Samsung just because of the brand. Basic Vizio models are another trap. Vizio used to be the value king, but in 2026, they've fallen behind. Their budget models have weak HDR, inconsistent panels, and software that glitches constantly. The SmartCast interface is a mess. Firmware updates make things worse, not better. And the build quality feels cheap. Yes, the prices are low, but low prices don't matter if the TV dies in 2 years or frustrates you every time you use it. Skip the basic Vizios and spend a little more on something better. Entry-level LG QNED models are also disappointing. LG slaps the QNED name on these TVs to make them sound premium, but they're just basic LED panels with quantum dot color. The contrast is weak, the blacks are gray, the motion handling is average, and for the price LG charges, you can get a better TCL or Hisense with Mini LED. The QNED branding is misleading. It sounds like it's competing with OLED or Mini LED, but it's not. It's a mid-tier LED panel at a premium price. Don't fall for it. What you should actually look for. So, how do you know if a Costco TV deal is real? Here's what to prioritize. First, refresh rate. You want 120 Hz or higher, especially if you watch sports or play games. A 60 Hz panel will look choppy during fast motion. Second, panel technology. Mini LED or OLED is ideal. Standard LED can be fine for budget models, but avoid edge-lit panels with no local dimming. Third, HDMI 2.1 ports. If you have a PS5, Xbox Series X, or plan to game, HDMI 2.1 is essential for 4K at 120 Hz and variable refresh rates. Fourth, check real reviews, not just the store demo. The TV in the Costco aisle is running a custom demo loop designed to make it look amazing. That's not real content. Go to rtings.com, read professional reviews, and see how the TV actually performs in real-world testing. Fifth, don't rely on built-in smart TV apps. Every TV comes with apps now, but they all get slow and outdated over time. Buy a Roku, Fire Stick, or Apple TV for $50 and use that instead. It'll last longer, update more frequently, and give you a better streaming experience. Sixth, consider executive membership if you're buying a big-ticket item. That 2% cashback adds up, especially on large TVs. A $2,000 TV gives you $40 back. A $3,000 TV gives you $60. If you're already buying groceries and gas at Costco, the executive membership pays for itself. Why Costco's return policy changes. Everything. Here's the thing most people don't understand. TV shopping is a gamble. Even the best models can have issues. Panel lottery, dead pixels, uniformity problems, backlight bleed. You don't know if you got a good unit until you unbox it and test it in your room. And that's where Costco's 90-day return window is a game changer. You can buy a TV, live with it for 2 months, and if you're not happy, return it. No restocking fee, no fighting with customer service, just bring it back. That policy turns risky purchases into safe bets. You can buy a TCL knowing panel variance is a concern, test it, and return it if you lose the lottery. You can buy an OLED, see if the brightness works in your room, and return it if it doesn't. That flexibility is priceless. Compare that to Best Buy's 15-day window. You barely have time to set the TV up, let alone test it properly. Or Amazon, where returning a 75-inch TV is a logistical nightmare. Costco makes it easy. And that's why buying a TV at Costco, even if the upfront price is slightly higher than online, is often the smarter move. The peace of mind and protection are worth it. Costco's TV deals in 2026 are some of the best in the market, but not all deals are created equal. If you're looking for premium quality, the Sony Bravia Mini LED, LG B5 or C5 OLED, and Samsung S90 FQD OLED are all excellent choices with real value. If you're on a budget, the TCL 6 Series or QM8 and Hisense U75 deliver shocking performance for the price, especially with Costco's return policy protecting you from panel variants. But avoid the traps. Skip the bottom-tier Samsung Crystal UHD, basic Vizio, and entry-level LG QNED models. They're priced low for a reason, and that reason is poor performance. The key is knowing what to look for. Prioritize Mini LED or OLED panels, 120 Hz refresh rates, HDMI 2.1, and real reviews from trusted sources. Don't be fooled by store demos or brand names, and take full advantage of Costco's perks. The 90-day return window, extended warranty, in-room delivery, and cashback for executive members make Costco one of the safest places to buy a TV. You're not just getting a deal, you're getting protection and flexibility that other retailers don't offer. If this video helped you figure out which Costco TV deals are actually good, smash that like button and subscribe for more honest breakdowns. Drop a comment and tell me, are you heading to Costco to grab one of these deals, or are you waiting for even better sales later in the year? And if you've already bought a TV from Costco, which model did you get? And how's it holding up? Let's talk about it. And remember, the best TV is the one that fits your room, your budget, and comes with a return policy that lets you sleep easy at night. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.